Ever pack way too much camping gear when you go on your solo motorcycle journey? Or maybe you forget some essential things? Today we're going to go through what's in the bag. Now I've got these Westwind Moto Ranger Wild 40 Enduro bags that I'm testing out, and we're going to see what they hold. But really we're going to talk about things that you have to have when you go moto camping. And then I'm going to throw in some things that are extra that you might want to take along if you have room. If you want to purchase any of this stuff, I do have an Amazon storefront. Just go in the description, follow the link. That helps the channel out too. So let's go have a look. Let's see what's in the bags. So one of the most important things is going to be your tent. What I have here is a Nemo Aurora. It's a two-person tent, very easy to set up, tear down, and the thing is, it's really light. It's only about 5 pounds. Now, it's going to come in a bag about this size, okay? But I also have the Sea to Summit 13-liter compression sack, and that'll take that down to about half the size, which will be easy to fit into the motorcycle gear. Let's have a look at the inside of the tent. I can show you what it looks like. So pretty roomy inside here, easy two-person tent. It's got this screen here. This is just an extra layer that keeps the rain off. I always put it on because otherwise it's too bright in here for me. But it's got these really easy to zip door fronts. We've got one here and we've got one on the other side. Tents can be really pricey. This one is $299, and the reason it's so much is because it's really a backpacker's tent and it's made to be light. And so I figure if it's good enough for backpackers, it's good enough to fit on the bike. And then we've got about a $50 item here in the compression sack by Sea to Summit. A couple other things that go inside the tent. This is REI Helix mattress. It's 72 inches long, 24 inches wide, and 3 inches deep. Now it weighs 1 pound and 10 ounces, has an R value of 4.9. This is not an inexpensive item either. That R value is important. I know REI gets a bum rap sometimes, but this is a really good mattress. And sometimes you have to spend a little bit more money to get something it's going to keep you warm when the weather's cold. And that's what this mattress can help with. It is $159 to $199 depending on the size. I think this is considered a regular. Now to blow that up, I've got this XPED widget. It's about $50. It's a little pump, makes it a whole lot easier than just using the bellow under your arm. And it does have a light with it as well. So you kind of get two things at one. So let's have a look. Let's go fill this mattress up and I can show you what it looks like. Pretty easy. This is your release valve. We want to go in this one that inflates it. Here's the little widget. All you do is connect it. Turn it on. Easy as that. Really comfortable mattress. The Helix already inflated, took no time at all. Another important thing is your sleeping bag or your quilt. I went with a quilt from UGQ. It is a kind of a special order quilt. They're anywhere from $200 to $600. This one's rated at 20 degrees. It came in at around $400. And you can see how small it is here. And that's in the Sea to Summit compression sack. But let's open this up. Let me show you what that quilt looks like. Here's just a comparison for size. This is my Westwind Moto RWD 30 tail bag, and it's 30 liters. And you can see that that will fit in the end of there nicely. So it compresses really well. So let's go ahead and undo it, and I can show you what it's all about. So really, kind of just a big blanket. They call it a quilt, but it does have these little fasteners where you can close it and kind of make it a sleeping bag, or you can unzip it all the way and just make it kind of like a throw. So yeah, I did my research. This is a really good quilt. I've enjoyed it. Hey, I'm never going to cut out things that make me human. I forget things like everybody else, and I think I even talked about that at the beginning in the intro, but I forgot something really important. I forgot my pillow. I use a Nemo pillow. It's a really small, compact pillow, but it fills up really good and it makes it really comfortable. And so now I'm giving away comfort to sleep on a pair of jeans tonight. So it happens. I am so happy right now. I found my pillow. Oh, means I'm not going to be sleeping on jeans. I'm going to be sleeping on a good, comfortable pillow. Let's open it up. I'm going to show you how simple it is. It comes with its own little attached stuff sack. Which isn't the easiest thing to pack, to be honest with you. Got the valve. Easy as that. And you can get them online for 50 bucks. Good pillow. So the last of the big stuff before we get into some of the littles, what I call, we got one Tigress, we got a camping chair, and then we also have this dipper table. And you can see this is the size that it comes in. It is a little bit big, but it does fit on the luggage well. So, and what it is we've got ourselves a tabletop, and it's got a little screen down here you can throw things. And then also I've got the chair right here. I will say the table might be a luxury item. You might not want to bring that if you don't have the room. The chair I've got to have. You can spend a ton of money on this stuff. I spent it on my tent, my quilt and all that, but you know, these things you can get for $100 to $200, and it's crazy because they're not that much heavier than the other stuff. This is about $40 to $50. The chair is about $40 to $50. For me, I got to have it. Hey, you got to eat when you're out. This is what I do. This is the Jetboil. About 160 bucks. I think the newest one's a mini mo for 170. This is about 3 years old, but they all do the same thing. You put water in it, you boil it, you pour that water into the bag of food, let it sit for 10 minutes, and then you got a meal. That's all I do. I usually don't take a big grill and do steaks or anything like that. You can also from Jetboil get a knife, fork, and spoon for about 15 bucks. And so let's see, let's fire it up. Biscuits and sausage. Nothing like pouring water on a biscuit. That looks good. Let's close it up. When morning hits, I've got to have my coffee in the morning. We've got ourselves a collapsible cup here from Sea to Summit, stainless steel. It'll handle the hot stuff. That's $20, $25. And then Kuju coffee, these are packs in here. You just put it in your coffee mug, you pour the hot water over it, and it's called a pour over coffee. So Kuju coffee, I think that's how you pronounce it. 4 of those is about 8 bucks. Couple other bags that I bring. These are both from Giant Loop. One is this medical kit. It's like 3.5 liters. And it can hold a lot of stuff. Now, I've got a pretty big medical kit here. Being in the medical field, I kind of think I need to have one of everything. So you might not need that much stuff, but this is well packed here. So I don't go anywhere without it. Plus, I like the fact that it's got the Red Cross on there, so you know exactly what it is and can get to it in a hurry. Then also from Giant Loop, this is kind of a neat thing. This is a 1 liter water bag. Yeah, you can't destroy this. So you fill it up with water, whatever you want. It's got a hanger here. You can hang it from somewhere. And then it's got the little spout or spigot here. And that's got, all these things have these little MOLLE attachments, so they can all attach to bags and be part of your gear. This, I believe, is about 100 bucks. This is about $70. Prices fluctuate, so you just have to go and look at those. But those are 2 other bags that I typically always carry with me. Let's dive into some of the small stuff that doesn't take up a lot of room. And I call these the little things. And this is where you can get away with a little bit. If you're packing light, you might want to leave a couple of these out, but really, they're really handy, and some of them are more survival type things. First is this Fiscus Pro. This is a retractable saw. I think it's about 40 bucks. I use this thing all the time, especially when you're picking up firewood and you need to cut it down a reasonable size. So that I use a lot. Now we have, this is a little pricey. I think this is around 60, 70 bucks. This is a Gear Aid. It's an axe. It's a really good axe. I use this hammer on the back for a lot of things. So I know it seems like I've got 2 different things here that can do the same thing, but they really don't. And if you have the room, I go ahead and bring them both. Again, this is probably a luxury item. You know, if I'm doing a lot of overnights, This is just a shovel, just a UST shovel, probably about $8. You know, we have to, that old saying, does a bear poop in the woods? They do, but so do we. So it's a way to dig a hole, and it's a way to move on without disrupting other people that might come after you. So that's a good thing. This is more, quite honestly, protection. Some of you might carry something else, and sometimes I do, but this is a big old bear knife. Yeah, this is about 70, 80 bucks by Schrade. So if I got the room, I'm going to take it with me. Along the lines of knives, I think this is referred to as CV. It's just a really cool little pocket knife. I usually don't have this case with me. You know, I'll just put it in my pocket, but really nice knife. Y'all need a good pocket knife. It's about $40, I believe. Now this, you can go from $40 up to $140, and that's a Leatherman, and this is just an all-purpose tool. You know, if you can bring one thing, make sure it's your Leatherman tool. That's going to save you a lot of different things. For about 10 bucks, I've got some Zippo waterproof matches. Yeah. So you never know. Sometimes you can't always start a fire, and it's raining out or something. You need some waterproof matches. There's the Zippo waterproof matches. Back here we have a Black Diamond Spot R headlamp. This one's a little bit pricey as well at 70 bucks, 80 bucks, but man, it lights up the night. And you just strap it around your head and you can walk around and see everything. So that's another thing that I call one of the small things. I've got a marine horn, you know, who knows? If you get stuck out, you're down a little ravine, you can't yell up. This little horn can save you. So they're really cheap. We've got dishwashing liquid and a brush. That's next to nothing. Wilderness wipes, next to nothing. I got a Sea to Summit towel. Dries out real easy. That's a huge towel in this small thing. So that's another small thing I take. Jungle Juice. Now, this is insect repellent, and it does have DEET in it. So for those of you with the environment, you don't want to get that, then don't get it. I find that it works really, really well. You just have to be careful with it. You know, you can always find a real cheap throwaway toothpaste, toothbrush. Last is going to be my fire starter, and that's a Titan Survival. And this thing's pretty cool for about 40 bucks. You know, we got the fire part here. You just take your axe, scrape it down there, and it's going to send sparks everywhere, and you're going to be able to build a fire. But this paracord is really neat too. The paracord's super strong, but inside this, if you ever needed it, is a little wire, so you can transfer electricity that way, and it also has a fishing line in there. So that's a really cool item that I take. You know, I always will try and carry a lighter to light a fire, to be honest with you, but you don't always have the luxury of that, and this is a good old standby, and I've used it a couple times. So those are kind of the little things that fit in the bag, and if they fit in the bag, I'm going to take them. This is called a bear vault. If you ever go to national parks or anywhere where there's bear, you're going to have to keep your food and your toiletries in something like this. Now, if I'm just out for one day, maybe 2 days, I'll keep things on the bike. But yeah, if I'm out for more than that, then this is where I'm going to put all my food and toiletries. And believe me, bear can't get into this. But the other thing is, I wanted to show you one other product here. This is Human League. It's just a little silicone container. It's where I put shampoos and soaps. But yeah, in this box is going to be all my toiletries and my food. Sounds weird keeping them together, but bear can smell that kind of stuff, and they will find you. So let's go through the bike a bit. I'll show you what I take. This is going to be a tow strap. Now, some of you might have one of those pulley systems. Those things are nice. They're just 300 bucks or something. It's crazy. So I just have tow straps. I don't know how much it was or where I got them, actually. It's not open yet. That's a good thing. The ever important Allen wrench. Ben from Dork on the Road called me out. I call everything an Allen's wrench. Evidently, Allen doesn't own it. I do. Allen wrench. We got electrical tape, different size zip ties, screwdrivers. Then this little valve stem puller for the tires. We got my most common size wrenches for the DRZ4S. And then we also have these spanners or tire irons, whatever you want to call them, for changing a tire. And this one here is the right size on this bike to help me take the wheels off. So hopefully I never have to use those. Along that same line though, over here, this is a Bridgestone super duper tire tube. It's a little bit thicker than what stock is. So hopefully if I'm putting that in, I can not pop it and get to where I need to go. It is a little bit bigger in size. And I did get the 21 inch because that's what the front wheel is. And it can run back here where the 18 is if I needed it to be. Let's go back here. We've got, oh, and I don't know, this was like 39, 40 bucks. This Lexan air pump does well. Use the heck out of it on my automobiles. But anyway, this is a little big though. I think, you know, when I upgrade, there's probably some lighter things out there now, but I bring that with me. I think it's about 40 bucks. That way you can inflate your tire if you need to. JB Weld. Hopefully you never have to use it, but I think if you need it, you'll be glad you brought it. And then I've got an assortment of, you know, wrenches and sockets and things in here. This is a micro start. It's a jump system. They are pricey, you know, 140, 150 bucks. You can even go higher than that. But that's a way to jump start your bike in case you've done something stupid and left the ignition on. And I've got lights on this bike and they can drain it pretty easily if I screw up and forget that. So got a jump starter that I take as well. And then lastly, and this is full, this holds a little bit extra gas for me. This is a Camp Peak. It holds, I think it's a liter. Yeah, it's a liter. And that might not sound like a lot, but that's probably about, I don't know, 15, 20 miles extra. So I carry that with me as well, just as a safety measure. So how many of you think that's a lot of stuff? I think it's a lot of stuff. Let me know in the comments what you bring, what you must have, what you saw in my gear that you think, man, you don't need that, or what am I missing? You know, I didn't even go into clothing. I pack really light when it comes to clothes. You all do your own thing on that. But do me a favor if you would, if you see anything today that you think you might purchase, go into the description, into the link for my Amazon storefront. Head there, make a purchase if you want to. It just helps the channel out some. So thanks again for watching, sticking with me. Stay tuned. We've got one more thing with Zoe. Hey Zoe, you want to see something funny? Did you know that I saved 2 raccoons? You want to see it? Let's take a look. What I'm doing now is I've got these 2 little bitty raccoons in this dumpster, and I got to try to find a way to get them out, help them out. So I'm going to take this log here. It's huge. I don't think I can lift it. I'm going to have to roll it over there and see if we can't help these critters out. Stay back. Stay back. There you go. Whew. All right, so I've done a good job for the day. Kind of scared those things were coming up too fast. They wouldn't give me time to put the log in there and they were already up and out. So, all right, well, we're going to close this up and they need to stay away. What do you think about that, Zoe? Did I do a good job?
Yeah.